Oh, what? Did you click on this video? It's me, Anthony, and I just got a package in the mail. I wonder who it's from. No way! This package is from the one and only Scott the Woz. The Internet and You. Well, looks like another piece for my collection. Oh. Well, it looks like it's my bedtime. Ugh, I hate it when this happens. Hey, y'all. Hey y'all, Anthony here, and I just got back from the doctors and you guys won't believe it, but I was just diagnosed with... That was weird. One question I get a lot is, what are the side effects for being like Scott the Woz? Well, I've got a whole list right here. Let's see. Depression, can't stop talking like Scott the Woz, anxiety, man-to-weight fever, and eternal virginity. Anyways, I really like this new me. Being all Scott the Woz and everything just brings joy to my heart, and hunger to my stomach. That reminds me, I'm really hungry. I could really go for a nice cheeseburger banquet meal right now. Oh no. What have I become? To make sure that I'm not losing my mind, I'm gonna play some Sonic 2. It was my favorite game as a kid. This game blows. Well, I officially lost everything that I know as me. I just wonder what could have caused this. Of course! My new personality, that weird dream, has to be all connected to that VHS. And I think I have a way of bringing everything back to normal. If there's anything I've learned from watching JonTron all these years, it's that I have to watch this movie all the way through in order to fix anything. Literally, that's like the main plot to all of his videos. So let's sit back, relax, and watch The Internet and You. The Internet and You is a short film made by Scott Wozniak and his friends, though you may know them as Terry Lessler, Jeb Jeb, Chet Shaft, Officer Steel Wool, Rex Mose, and Wendy's employee. Throughout high school and even earlier than that, Scott and his friends had a blast making silly skits and short videos for school projects. Most of these can be found on his second channel, Scott Stash. Before there was even 3 words remotely close to spelling out Scott the Woz, you had Wozniak News, a YouTube channel that Scott started back in 2009, then making an updated, revamped version of it in 2010. He liked making skits, and I mean really liked making skits. He also really loved video games, and oddly enough, the history surrounding the medium at a young age. Kinda like somebody I know. In 2016, he released his best creation yet, but it was also planned to be his last creation, The Internet and You. A comedy short about 2 kids and their journey through the internet. Though, it wasn't originally meant to be a short film for YouTube. Instead, it was going to be a video project for school, but once they found themselves writing the script, they found that it was just too good, and they wanted to expand this project to be something more. And so, after a long production time, they released The Internet and You to the masses in 2016. While this was planned to be his last video, with how fun and rewarding it was to make, he decided to continue, making some more comedy videos before finding his niche in video game reviews. After almost 3 years of consistent weekly uploads, Scott's channel and fanbase has grown to a significant amount, with him now making it to 1 million subscribers. And with this growth, the demand for merch rose, and so Scott would hold a merch store in 2019 where all the profits would go to charity. This was great. Now someone like me can walk around the mall wearing clothing that lets everyone know that you're a virgin. And you're supporting charity at the same time, which isn't just an easy way of getting your parents to buy you a fucking sweater, of course. But there was one item that would get a limited time offer, selling 100 units right away, and then 400 more to make a total of 500 copies. The Internet and You on VHS. This was something that Scott always wanted to do, and is apparent since he has a fake copy on his set for his entire Scott the Woz series. When the first 100 sold like hotcakes, he was super surprised, and so he had an extra batch of 400 copies created. He also decided to add some bonuses to the orders, throwing in some stickers and, the coolest part, the original script to The Internet and You, and a signed thank you letter by some of the cast. I honestly just wanted the VHS tape, but these added bonuses just really go to show Scott's personality, and I genuinely want to thank the guy. So let's pop this in and watch it. I'm a fan of Scott and all, but am I really getting tired of acting like him?
Water is back! Introducing Water ZEX Plus, the cooler, more anti-pussy way of staying hydrated. It's Water ZEX Plus from Water Productions. This ain't your granddad's water.
Dang it!
You ever wanted a video version of this? That's what you're getting.
Whoa, hold on! So on top of all the things that show Scott saying thank you to the people who bought this, he also wanted to start the video by thanking us. Who is this guy? Can I go buy his next meal at Cracker Barrel? Like, seriously. In this thank you video, he also describes The Internet and You, telling its backstory and how it helped him become who he is today. It's really humbling to watch, and even though I love the idea of it being this rare piece that only me and a few others have seen, I'll link a video to someone who's ripped it and put it on YouTube for anyone who hasn't seen it. After this, the real show begins, and can I say, with an opening like this, I think we all know what we're in for. We get to meet our two main characters on this journey, Abraham Ethernet and Netmeister. It's the 90s, and they just got done experiencing the internet for the first time, but then realized that the audience doesn't even know what the they're talking about. So they try to explain it. Here is where we can see that it was going to be an educational video for school. Most of this beginning is just the two trying to tell us about the internet, or other facts that relate to the personal computer.
The modern internet's history dates back all the way to the 1950s with the invention of the first personal computer.
But these facts are complemented by jokes that the film is littered with.
Ah, so resourceful!
The two characters already have these over-the-top, high-pitched California 90s surfer vibe voices to them, and they both move around the screen like they're ADHD and awkward, which is played well, and it is hilarious. It's what makes up for one issue at the beginning, the lack of different camera angles and locations, but who can complain about these things when there is this? We do get a change of pace with the introduction of a new character, Dr. USB.
So Dr. USB, huh? Like one of these?
What are you doing?
I would consider this guy to be one of the funniest out of the whole group. It just seems like his lines are super well improvised or just real. I do have to believe that there is some direction made from Scott, but he just delivers these lines so well. While his first appearance is short-lived as he makes the two very uncomfortable, they leave to meet up with more characters. But I can't leave out this part where Netmeister literally just talks facts about Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. I've got several questions using all 5 of the W's. Not so much of the H's though, I'm just not a fan of those questions. As we move forward in this adventure, we meet 2 new characters, Copy Paste Repeat and his creator, Larry Tesler. Larry, being an avid crack and Elmer's glue user, tries to tell us about how he came up with Copy Paste Repeat. Or as they like to call him later, CPR. Anyways, we get this scene.
As you know, all human lives are fleeting and meaningless in the greater existence of the universe.
Fleeting and meaningless in the greater existence of the universe.
And And now we start to see the movie pick up the pace, and where they took the turn from this being a school project to the short film that we know and love. Jokes and plot are flying everywhere, like literally.
Phew, all those weeks of golf have finally paid off.
We get to meet a few new characters, go to a few more places, but soon we land to this part in the movie where it takes a story-driven turn.
What was that?
Smells like child porn and narcotics.
The surface web is in danger because the deep web has decided to try to take it over. All of our characters at this point decide that they need to try to take down the deep web so that the surface web is at peace and safe. Okay, I just need to say it, and I know that Scott mentioned this before, but god, those frickin' boxed N64 games are just getting destroyed in this scene, and they look so frickin' mint. Ah. Jesus Christ, this is not Five Nights at Freddy's, Scott. Why does this scene play for like half a minute? You couldn't have cut it down at least so the continuity of people running around to another scene was accurate? You know what? I'll help you out, Scott.
Ay caramba, Doctor, where are we?
Well, frick, was I a fool? After splitting up for some god-awful reason, actually, you know what? I can't leave that one alone. Why would you split up in the deep web? I wouldn't even go off on my own in VR chat, let alone this. Anyways, Dr. USB and Netmeister get lost and are really itching to get a meal. Their hunger seems to be solved as they find an egg shop, or in deep web lingo, a poorly disguised weapons store. If I was them, I would have familiarized myself with the Deep Web Thesaurus, which was later rebranded to be the Urban Dictionary in 1999. CPR gets to visit his dad in prison, Abraham goes to school to learn about human trafficking, and Captain Dial-Up finds himself staying the night at a ranch with an overly protective father. They'll start getting into trouble with the Deep Web locals, to the point that they are all taken by the Deep Web's creator. He isn't happy that these surface web punks are trying to take some of his turf. They argue for a bit, but then it gets really heated when Captain Dial-Up threatens the mysterious man by calling his modem. Captain Dial-Up dies, and both of our characters are betrayed and shot by Dr. USB. After this, Scott is in terrible pain and in normal movie fashion asks the mysterious man who he is. In response and reluctancy, he accidentally says his name in the deep web. If you didn't already know, saying your name in the deep web is a big no-no, and if he's going down, then his project's going down with him. He has the entire deep web and surface web self-destruct. With literally everyone dead, like not a single person we met in this film is living, the movie has come to an end. Ooh, now that movie was interesting. The only thing is that my house is now on fire. I guess being like Scott comes with the perks of committing arson. But how was I supposed to know that ice I use is flammable? It's f***ing ice! Wait a second, no blue border? I'm thinking about something other than Fling Smash? Could it be that I'm back to normal? But how is that? I was only Scott just a few seconds ago when I was upstairs. Oh, right. Well, I'm just glad that everything's back to normal.